Hello everyone and welcome back to our channel. Today, I've got a story for you that's a little different, a tale from the heart of a sun-dappled forest, where the leaves whisper secrets and the animals live lives as busy and as full as our own. This is the story of Ollie the owl and Squeaky the squirrel. Now, in this grand old forest, lived an owl named Ollie. Ollie wasn't just any owl. He was known far and wide for his wisdom. His feathers were the color of twilight, and his eyes, big and golden, had seen more sunrises and sunsets than any other creature in the woods. He spent his nights perched high on the oldest oak tree, watching the stars and thinking deep thoughts. By day, while others were busy, Ollie slept, gathering his energy and his wisdom for the night ahead. Not far from Ollie's oak lived a squirrel named Squeaky. Squeaky was the complete opposite of Ollie. He was a bundle of boundless energy, with a fluffy, reddish-brown tail that twitched with excitement. From the moment the first ray of sunlight pierced through the canopy, Squeaky was on the move. He'd scamper, leap, and chase his tail, his tiny heart thumping with the sheer joy of being alive. His motto was simple: why rest when there's so much to do? Squeaky's days were a whirlwind of activity. He'd gather nuts, not just one or two, but piles of them. He'd rearrange his collection a dozen times, chase butterflies just for fun, and visit his friends the chatty blue jays and the timid rabbits. He believed that every waking moment had to be filled with action. The very idea of sitting still and doing nothing seemed like the biggest waste of time. His friends often admired his energy, but sometimes they'd watch him with a hint of worry. He was always moving, always busy, but he always looked tired. His bright eyes had little shadows under them, and his energetic twitches sometimes looked more like weary trembles. One afternoon, Squeaky was trying to roll a particularly large acorn up a hill. He pushed and heaved, his little muscles straining. He was so focused on his task that he didn't notice he was getting more and more exhausted. Finally, with one last push, the acorn rolled back down, and Squeaky collapsed panting. He lay on a patch of soft moss, too tired to even move. The world spun a little, and he just wanted to close his eyes. It was at that moment, as the sun began to set, that a soft hoot echoed through the trees. Ollie the owl was just waking up. He swooped down silently from his branch, landing gracefully beside the exhausted squirrel. "A long day, little one?" Ollie asked, his voice calm and gentle, like the rustling of leaves in a soft breeze. Squeaky jumped, startled. He'd never been this close to the wise owl before. "Oh, Ollie, you scared me," he panted. "Yes, a very long, very busy day. I was just gathering this acorn. It's a big one." He tried to look busy again, but he was too tired to even stand. Ollie looked at the acorn, then back at Squeaky. He didn't say anything about the acorn. Instead, he asked, "Squeaky, tell me, why do you work so hard, from sunrise to sunset, without a moment's rest?" Squeaky puffed out his chest, trying to look proud. "Because there's so much to do. Nuts to gather, nests to tidy, friends to see. If I stop, I'll miss out on everything. The day is for doing, isn't it?" Ollie blinked his large, golden eyes slowly. "The day is indeed for doing," he agreed, "but the night is for resting. The sun must set to let the moon rise. The flowers close their petals at night to bloom brighter in the morning. Nature has a rhythm, a balance of action and rest. You, my little friend, seem to have forgotten the rest part of the rhythm." Squeaky looked down at his paws. He'd never thought of it that way. Rest always felt like a waste. "But if I rest, I'll fall behind," he mumbled. "What if another squirrel gathers the best nuts while I'm sleeping?" Ollie hooted softly, a sound like a gentle laugh. "True wisdom," he said, "is not just about knowing what to do, but also when to do nothing. Rest is not falling behind. It's refueling. It's sharpening your claws, clearing your mind, and letting your body heal. Think of it like a bow and arrow. If you keep the bowstring pulled tight all the time, it will lose its power, its spring. It might even snap. But if you let it relax, It will be strong and ready when you need to shoot an arrow far and true." Squeaky listened, captivated. He had never heard anyone explain it like this before. The image of the bowstring made perfect sense. He did feel like a bowstring pulled too tight. He felt like he might snap. "Look around you," Ollie continued, gesturing with a wing towards the forest settling in for the night. "The birds are in their nests. The bees are in their hive. They worked hard all day, and now they are recharging for tomorrow. They trust that the world will still be here, filled with flowers and seeds, when they wake up." Rest is an act of trust. That night, for the first time in a long time, Squeaky didn't fight his sleepiness. As darkness fell, he curled up in his cozy nest, not because he had collapsed from exhaustion, but because he chose to. He listened to the gentle sounds of the forest at night, the cricket's song, the whisper of the wind, and the occasional soft hoot from Ollie's oak tree. He felt a sense of peace he hadn't felt in ages. The next morning, Squeaky woke up feeling different. He stretched his little limbs and felt a surge of real, vibrant energy, not the frantic, anxious energy he was used to. The world seemed brighter, the colors sharper. He scampered out of his nest and took a deep breath of the fresh morning air. He felt new. He went about his day, but with a new perspective. He still gathered nuts, but he did it with focus and efficiency, not frantic haste. He found he could gather just as many nuts in half the time, because his mind was clear and his body was strong. He took a break in the middle of the day, just to sit on a branch and watch the clouds drift by. He didn't feel guilty. He felt peaceful. He played with his friends, and for the first time, he was fully present, enjoying their company instead of thinking about the next 10 things on his to-do list. As evening approached, he saw Ollie waking up. Squeaky scurried over to the old oak tree. "Ollie," he chirped, "you were right. I rested, and today was the best day ever. I got so much done, and I'm not even tired." Ollie smiled, a rare and gentle sight. "That little Squeaky," he hooted softly, "is the secret. It's not about working less. It's about resting more. It's about finding your balance." The busiest bees and the wisest owls all know that the secret to a productive day is a peaceful night. From that day on, Squeaky the squirrel became known not just for his energy, but for his joyful and balanced approach to life. He was still lively and playful, but he also cherished his moments of quiet and rest. He learned that true productivity isn't about cramming every second with activity, but about making the active moments count, powered by the restorative magic of rest. And so, the sleepy squirrel learned a vital lesson from the wise owl. A lesson that we can all take to heart. In our own busy lives, it's so easy to feel like Squeaky, constantly running, constantly doing, afraid to stop. But maybe we all need to listen to our inner Ollie, reminding us that rest isn't a luxury, it's a necessity. It's the key to a happier, healthier, and more fulfilling life. What did you all think of Squeaky and Ollie's story? It really makes you think about how we manage our own energy, doesn't it? Let me know in the comments below if you have ever felt like Squeaky and what you do to find your balance. Thank you so much for joining me today for this little forest tale. If you enjoyed it, please give this video a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you don't miss our next story. Until next time, remember to find your balance and take care. Bye for now.